Hello, we're
Hello,
back.
everyone.
We're back after a few weeks hiatus. AKA life happened again as usual. Okay. The usual sharing on IG. Please hold.
Hold on.
Choo, 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 choo. Yeah. Sa YouTube link. Okay. YouTube. Discord sprints.
I'm opening the YouTube.
Sprinting with a friend. Right now. If you sprints. Okay, done sharing. I think.
How about on Discord?
Yes, sa Discord. Hmm. Link.
Is my audio okay?
Yes. Is mine okay? Nagkabit ako
Do
ng
you
mic
hear
for
dogs?
one.
Do you hear dogs? No naman.
Yes. Narinig ko
No?
pero like far, it sounds far away. Parang hindi naman siya parang katabi mo yung dogs. Ano na,
Just get this.
kasama na sa branding mo yan. Tagapin mo na.
Who would I be without these
Yes, without the
dogs?
dogs.
Copy link.
Okay. Copy. Where live. Where live. Green. Okay. Uh, share. Okay. Hi,
Oh,
Maisha.
Maisha.
Let me know if that's the right way to pronounce your
Yeah.
name. Maisha. Let us know. Oh, you saw it on Discord. Wait, which Discord? Because I shared it on the Discords that I'm usually active in. Which Discord are you from? And what are you gonna be reading? Are you gonna be reading with us or doing something else?
Productive things.
Usually people either study or do some computer
Pack
work.
for a
Yeah,
travel.
yeah, while we do the sprint. So whatever you're planning to do, it's all good. I think this is the first time you've joined us. Usually we do four sprints, 25 minutes each, and then we just chat in between. Sometimes we like do the sprints back to back. Sometimes we chat for a long time. It just depends on the mood. Okay, just checking. The first one is a crown. Okay, what did I first? Maisha. Okay, Maisha.
Maisha. Okay.
Thanks for letting us know. I'm always curious about this because I don't know about you. So, in case you didn't know, Maisha, we have the same name, first name at
Yeah.
least. We're both Pams. But then I'm not sure about you, but for me, I guess the way that my parents intended for it to be pronounced is Pamela. But then whenever
Mm.
I speak to someone from the US,
Foreign. Yeah, yeah,
foreign,
yeah.
it's always Pamela. I'm not
Yeah, as
sure
in like
which one.
Anderson.
Yeah, like Pamela Anderson style. So I'm not sure for you. Is that the same? Are you like Pamela or Pamela?
The first one was
The first one,
like
like a very
mostly because
Filipino
we're
pronunciation.
Filipinos. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's the Filipino
because sometimes
pronunciation.
when somebody calls me, like I'm speaking to someone, and then they read my name, I guess maybe I'm lining up for something, and they say Pamela. I'm like I don't. It
Who?
doesn't register that it's me because I'm like, who's Pamela? I'm Pamela. Also from between the line Discord, yeah, it's I believe that's Carrie Can Read's Discord channel. Um, Very fun, active Discord channel from like so, different hobbies and stuff, not just reading. I'm just checking my phone because I posted the reel with Penguin Random House just before we
Mm.
went live. So I'm just checking, making sure I
If
didn't
it's
post anything
okay.
wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vengeful. Oh, I love Vengeful.
Ooh,
I've read
I haven't
both.
yet.
I think I love the series as a whole, but I'm partial to Vicious, and I don't mind if Vicious was a standalone. But Vengeful was okay too. But I feel like Vicious was so much stronger than Vengeful. Have you read
I haven't read
Vicious?
a V Schwab.
Oh,
I've been meaning to. Yes, I know, I know. I know. I have a
the,
darker shade of magic here. I
mm,
just I don't think I
actually,
feel
I
like
think
I'm kind of intimidated by
mm,
it. I've
I
read like
actually
a few
think that
pages
okay.
and I'm like,
If I were to recommend like a V Schwab to you right now, I would actually recommend Villains
vicious.
rather than a darker shade of magic. Mostly because it's less intimidating. Like the world is the real world, so it's not like a
Ah.
new world that you have to imagine. And
But is
then
it magical realism in that
it's
sense?
there's superheroes involved. It's a superhero story. Super villain,
Oh,
if you will. Not superhero. So I think I would recommend that first, and then if you want something more fantasy, then a darker shade of magic. Hi Juju. I feel like we haven't
hello
joined us
there.
in a long time, or we haven't really
Yeah,
streamed a lot. So
I'm gonna just gonna get some tabs because I'm gonna read a physical book.
me actually I haven't decided yet what I'm been planning to read. I have three options, very very different
So we can
options.
help
Maybe you
you.
will, yeah, help me choose. It's been a long time since I know it's been a while. And also we haven't done very consistent sprints, so I don't blame you. Um, we're trying this year though. We're trying.
We're trying
Vicious
hard.
is doing great.
We've
Yes,
no, we were kind of consistent
mm,
before this year.
yes. But then things happened. Someone went traveling.
Yeah, yeah. I had to
Actually, both of
travel.
us
You
kind
had to
of went
travel
travel.
before.
Yeah, yeah. So both of us had like a solid few weeks filled with like work stuff, travel stuff, preparing to travel
Yeah.
business. So we just ended up not doing sprints. Didn't have much time lately. Yes. Okay, I'm glad you're here. Are you gonna be reading with us? We missed you too, definitely. Are you gonna
Aw,
be reading
Juju, I
or gonna
miss
be doing something
you.
else?
So while we're at the
I
topic, maybe we can help you pick
okay.
a
Maybe you
book.
can go first. What are you reading since you've
Okay.
already decided, right?
So, since I've already put up the blog for this, our gift exchange
You did?
vlog,
Yeah.
I
Okay. Okay.
did, I
Okay.
did, I did. Wait, you've already watched it. This is the vlog where we
Yeah.
did the exchange
Yeah.
last
Okay. Okay.
December. So I'm going to be reading the book that I bought from that vlog, which is My Year
Not
of
the one
Rest
that I
and
picked,
Wish. I thought, well, I was thinking, like,
but
well,
that's
I
kind
feel
of
like
a
if I
big,
read this now,
big.
we're gonna have to body read it.
No, don't read it
So
now. I'm
for
not ready.
context, yeah, for context, she bought me like Babel by R.F. Kwong. And if you haven't watched that vlog yet of ours, we have it both on our channels. We did a book exchange last December and only like uploaded uploaded the videos recently. But aside from Babbel, I got this book. And yeah, I feel like reading something physical today, and this is what I'm gonna read. I don't have much expectations aside from
Hmm.
the good things that people have been talking about this book recently. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna read.
See, unhinged woman vibes from the cover.
Yeah, more of
For
like a
me,
tired woman. I'm like,
a tired
same.
woman of life, tired from life. Are you like? Is that a reflection of your current feelings?
Well, this is definitely not a year of rest and relaxation for me. So definitely not.
Kind of, kind of.
Okay, how about you?
Okay. So for me, I have three options. So the first one is
Mhm.
something that I kind of need to read for a readathon that I need to read it before the end of March. That's why I'm thinking of reading it now. And it is like I'm waiting for it to load. Well, you can see it kind of. Heartstopper Volume 1. Wait,
Oh
where's the
my gosh,
cover?
a
Anyway,
save.
Heartstopper. I kind of started it already, like just to get a feel for it, because I haven't actually read it before. Heartstopper Volume 1. Where is it? Where's the There you go. Heartstopper
I'm
Volume 1.
biased, but okay, let me see the
Bias to
other
Heartstopper.
options.
Okay. And then the other one is actually just continuing a book that I've read, already started reading, which is Us Against You, the second book in the Bear Town trilogy. I can't find it. Anyway, it's the second book in Bear
Mm,
Town. And then the last one is this book, Harmony Heights by Ong Chin Wat, which is a book this is an arc that was gifted to me. It's already out. But I wanted to read it. I started reading it. All of this I started reading because I was mood reading one day. So I started all of this, but I
can
haven't
you see the
continued.
cover of that one again? Harmony
Very
Heights.
colorful cover.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's such a
This one
pretty
is
cover. From
yeah, it's not
Penguin.
it's
Yeah.
not as well known, so I guess I'll talk a little bit about what it is. It's a contemporary novel where you're following this apartment called Harmony Heights, and you're kind of like seeing the different lives of the different people living in the apartment. Kind of like you're snooping into their lives because everyone's like having there's someone's
Mm.
I think someone's gonna be cheating. Yeah, there's a cheating husband. There's like ambitious women who do anything and
Is there gonna be
everything.
murder?
To I don't know, there's like an explosive, actual literal explosives. So I don't know. So that's one that I've been planning to read. But I
Aw.
think I know what your answer is. I think you're gonna say Heartstopper. Can I
I
finish it in
mean,
a sprint or two? Heartstopper Volume
maybe
One
maybe two.
sprints.
Maybe two sprints. Yeah, yeah.
Hi, then
But
maybe I'll start with that.
definitely a short read. So you'll probably get to two books tonight
Okay.
if you ever
Then
read
maybe I'll start
Heartstopper.
with Heartstopper, and then I'll decide later the next book. Bam, travel
Oh my
vlogs.
god.
Did you
I
film them?
I I filmed only like silent videos back that
Like
like when
B-roll
we traveled to
style.
Korea, but I was just not in like I didn't think of like content when I was
Yeah.
there. So I feel like I was really not prepared to be there. So I don't know, maybe it will just be the vlog would be just be snippets of like
Yeah.
just silent videos of me
B-roll.
eating at the
Reels, maybe
market,
just
whatever,
reels.
yeah.
Because you've
Yeah.
been doing
But
reels and TikTok recently, so maybe.
yeah, definitely if I'll do a travel blog in the future, it's going
Yeah.
to be for a leisure travel
Hmm.
alone or with someone else. So yeah.
If we want to see photos, I think in your Instagram we've posted a couple of like photos from
Yeah,
the trip.
yeah.
So check
Yeah.
out her Instagram. We're both from the Philippines. It's currently 7 in the evening for us. I'm not sure for
Mm.
you what time it is. Hopefully it's not like 4 a.m. or something. Hopefully. Hi, good morning. You're from
Okay.
Good morning. Gonna try to get back with reading, manga, Skip and
Ooh,
Loafer.
skip and
Saga.
over. I've been
You're the
meaning to read
expert
both
on
of this.
manga. What genre is it?
Especially
Is
I
it
think
romance or
romance, school. What do you call this? There's a specific genre. The way that it's called. but it's a romance and it's both set in a school, I think. So they're both in high
Mm.
school, I believe.
Wait, these are two different mangas.
Yeah,
Skip
two
and Loafer.
different. Yeah.
Okay.
Skip and Loafer, I think, is older because Sasaki
Mm.
and Miyano is newer. Oh, Babel. That was so
Ah,
good. We'll just
I
have to
actually
plan.
started it. Yeah, I started it last year. I think I read up to 50 pages and I really liked what I read. The only reason why I stopped was because I was reading it with the secret history, which is not a good idea because they're both very dense books. So I kind of prioritized secret history because I was farther along with that. And then now I haven't picked it up yet because I'm like
And it's still sealed.
intimidated. But yeah, but we're gonna be buddy reading it at some point.
This is the book. This is the copy that you got me
Yes.
last December,
Spoiler
because
alert for the video.
the choice is because she wants to have someone to
Buddy,
read it with her.
I had an ulterior motive.
It's still sealed, so it's gonna be opened up hopefully like maybe next month. But we'll have to plan that out.
Found your sprints on the spreadsheet. You know what?
Ah,
I've
yeah,
also been
yeah,
using
yeah.
that spreadsheet. Like I have it bookmarked now, and then whenever I want to read, I just find a link, and it's
Someone,
so
yeah, yeah,
useful. Yeah,
yeah. Mm.
super useful. I'm glad that you found us today. It's 11:15 a.m. Not too
Ooh,
bad.
okay, okay, okay.
Um, from Bangladesh, 5:16 p.m. Oh, not too bad as well.
Not too bad.
That's
Yeah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's good
We're
that no
like
one is
two
like,
hours ahead of you. Ooh. Speaking of
ooh.
secret history.
Speaking of the secret history, how are you liking the goldfinch? I've heard that it's like even for people who love the secret history, they kind of have a hard time with goldfinch. That's what I've heard. But I have never tried to read it yet. The secret history, I loved it. It's a 5-star book for me. And I really enjoyed it. But it was difficult to read. Like you have to have patience and presence of
Oh
mind to
my
actually
god.
read the book. Like you have to focus or else you're gonna get lost. But the goldfish, I have no idea what it's about. I just hear that a lot from people who also read Secret History.
So
Both
like
school
even more
settings, people are
so,
for joke.
because
I
like
don't
I
know,
feel
but
like
I
with
feel like
secret history you have to have
you know what?
full
I'm just
brain
gonna
capacity, full
yeah, I'm gonna
attention.
search what the goldfinch is about. But I know that the goldfinch is sometimes required reading in school. Like some schools English classes, they ask you to read this. So New Yorker Graving is smaller. I think this is the one with the painting that they steal or
Yeah,
something.
I was think I just remember that the movie has like Ansel Elgort in it, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh. It's actually interesting. Okay, let me add it to my to read
Am
pile.
I correct? The Goldfinch
Correct.
movie. Yes, I was correct. I was correct. It's with Ansel Elgort and
Anchor.
Finn Wolfhard. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Both school settings, Skip and Loafer, Shoujo, and Saka and Miana BL,
Yes,
my current favorite
Shoujo.
because
That
of
was the genre I was thinking of.
like the women
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
manga, female manga thing.
Oh, I
Um,
haven't.
Wait, both of them have anime adaptation or no?
Yes, yes. Already,
If you're
yeah.
gonna have a read along or discussion for Baba,
Pressure.
I feel like if we're gonna be buddy reading it anyway, like we could just do a casual live show about it if we want to.
Yeah,
I just
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
when. That's the problem. We can't commit to when.
Let's
So
see
just
if April will be
watch
a
out.
good month for us reading
Yeah.
wise.
Only at 100 pages. I love Secret History and the film was
Oh,
amazing. So Goldfish now and just like, oh, okay. That's good. It's good that you're vibing with the writing. Because the Secret History, it did take me a while to get used to the writing. At first, I was trying to frantically like search for everything that they're mentioning because they use a lot of like um Greek like
ah,
stories, Greek
references.
terms, Greek French words and stuff. And I would be searching what does this mean? What is this? So I could understand, but then it gets overwhelming because they use it a lot, like a lot, a lot.
Mm,
But then I think at the end of the day, I just thought that it's not so much as knowing exactly what those things mean, but more just to for them to portray themselves as this very knowledgeable,
Knowledgeable.
yeah, elitist
Mm.
type of people. So I don't
So
necessarily
it's not
need to
vital to the plot,
research. Yeah, but like I don't it's
basically.
not super, like obviously some of it you have to read between the lines, but it's not super that you have it's not super required for you to know everything that they're talking about to get what they're trying to say or what the book is trying to say. At least that's my, maybe I'm just lazy, I don't know. No pressure with Baba. I'm not even done with Burning God. I've not
Oh
read
my
the Poppy
god, I
War.
haven't even finished reading. I haven't even started with Dragon Republic, but I bought it during the pandemic when it started. Oh my god. That
I've
I
not
feel like I'll
read
have to read Poppy War
Poppy
again
War
to
again.
understand it. Yeah,
I feel indulgent.
yeah.
Same. I think it would be fun. Like if you actually knew, maybe if you studied Greek history or literature and then you read it, maybe there's like a deeper level of understanding.
Understanding.
But even if you don't, I think it's a really good book. So, yeah. Do you guys want to start sprinting? The first sprint?
So
Usually
have
we
you
do.
chosen finally?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Heartstopper just to keep it easy because I've been reading books the whole day because I'm trying to meet
Mm,
certain goals. I kind of wanna change things up with
yeah,
the
yeah,
graph.
yeah.
Yep, I need to reread Proper War to carry on. Read it so long ago. And I feel like it's also kind
Same.
of dense, right? Like it's very
Hard,
historical.
same.
It has a lot of like history stuff.
Yeah, like
So
Chinese
yeah,
war. Yeah. But
yeah. So I feel
also
like
not necessarily like you don't
you need to know
necessarily
it.
have to know, yeah, 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 the full history.
I don't know. I need to read the Poppy War. It's been on my
Yes.
TBR for so long. Okay, I'm gonna set up for first sprint.
Yes.
Let me share and test the audio. Tell me if it's too loud or too soft. This is like
Are those
birds.
birds?
Yes, birds and water, like a river. We're in the cottage. Do you feel immersed?
I mean, I hear the birds. Yeah.
Do you need to go, do it louder like that? Oh, sorry. No music because I get distracted with music.
It's okay. I think I hear it properly.
Okay, I am gonna set the timer for 25 minutes. Happy reading, everyone. Hello. How was the reading?
It's okay. I got to like page 16.
Do you like the writing style?
It takes a while to get used to.
Mm.
Um, it's hard to explain, but like you'll really feel that you'll feel the depression. You'll feel the overall like lack of like self control, self
Yeah,
preservation, things like that. So
like she's just done with life, done
yeah,
with
like
everything.
this is her year of rest and relaxation. So she's being a bum. So you get in that headspace of hers, and you're like, I don't want to be in that situation. But here we are.
Is it
How about
first person or no?
it's in first person? Yeah,
Okay, okay. So you're gonna be in her head a lot.
yeah.
I finished it. I finished one volume, like the
Okay,
short
okay,
summary
okay.
volume one. Yeah,
Because like, what page were you in when you started the sprint?
right.
Halfway.
16. Like literally, they just met in the like classroom thing. That was where I started. And I finished it. It was so. It was kind of. I didn't expect it to be super cute at the beginning. I actually don't know
Ah.
what I expected. I've heard of this graphic novel a lot. I don't know if there's an adaptation, but I never really looked into it. It's only now that I was looking into it because of the readathon, and I like it. The drawing style is very cute and
Hmm.
casual, so it's very easy to like follow. And I got confused
Yeah.
for a second. I started reading from right to left because that's how we
And
do in
like right,
manga.
like a manga.
Yeah, because that's the last like graphic slash manga that I've read is Spy X Family. So I'm used to like reading right to left, and I keep getting confused in the beginning, but I did get used to it a bit. But yeah, that was very cute. I like the sister of Charlie. I like
Yeah,
it's just
she's just
yeah.
it's very
I'm
open
gonna,
minded and stuff.
I'm gonna try and see if the second volume is available, and then maybe I'll
On
read that.
Libby.
Yeah. Oh, it is. Okay, okay. Borrow. Okay, maybe I'll read the first two volumes for the second volume for second grade, and then I'll switch my book.
Sure.
Good afternoon, Egyptian spirit. Are you gonna be reading with us? Oh, I think you are. But nice ambiance. I'm glad you like the birds and the water. Um, I'm gonna start reading the guest list by Emma Klein. Emma Klein, is this? I've heard of.
I
I think
guess.
I'm like the same person who wrote the girls, or something like that. The guest Emma
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct.
girls or yeah, yeah. Wait, the guest list by Emma Klein. Why can't I find the book Emma Klein? Ah, the guest. Okay. Is this It is a thriller. Ooh, young woman pretends to be someone she's not. Um, yeah, I'm gonna add it to my TBR as per usual. Started listening to Impossible Creatures by Catherine Ronda. I have never heard of these books. Impossible Creatures. Catherine Ronda. Fantasy, middle grade fantasy. Um, there's dragons. Interesting. How are you liking it? The audiobook at least. Goldfish is sad. No one wants him. It's hard. Writing really gets across how he feels and that he's just left. Oh, Goldfinch is a person. I didn't know that. I thought Goldfinch was maybe the name of the artwork or something. She's left with the family. How far along are you with Goldfinch? It seems like the general consensus. I have not seen anyone who did not like Heartstopper. I feel like
Yeah.
everyone, which is
It's
a
just a
good thing.
very feel good graphic
Very like
novel series. Like
what I've
there's
heard.
nothing to hate there.
What I've heard about it is it's very cozy. very accessible, but at the same time, the way that it talks about identity is very
Certain, yeah.
it's very good. The way that it talks about identity, like
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
very well. I guess I don't know what
Well
if
thought of,
Alice was
yeah.
so that's why everyone loves it. I really want to give Heartstopper a try some point with graphic novel format. Intimidate. Don't be
Oh, no,
because
it's okay. Very
like
accessible, yeah.
yeah, it's very simple. It's not like manga where there's like a lot of panels and stuff. The drawing style is super accessible. Like how do I show you? Oh, hold on. It's very it doesn't have plenty of drawings per page. It's pretty much
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
one big drawing with small details like just to illustrate emotion and stuff like that. But other than that, it's not complicated at all to read. So I'm gonna try like it's, I'm gonna go to the very first page. So it's not a spoiler. Uh, like
Yeah, even like if
simple,
for someone who hasn't read the graphic novel,
super simple, big
yeah, it's
drawings.
very, very easy to read.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of like dialogue per page. So it's not overwhelming. Like it's easy to follow the flow. Well, at first, if you're used to manga, it's gonna get confusing for a bit. But Charlie Sister
Yeah.
Volume 3 is hysterical. Okay, I don't know how many volumes are there. I
I
think
don't honestly remember
it's
anymore. I feel like I got
Heartstopper
to like wait, let me check
Volume 1.
which
There
volume I stopped.
are 6 volumes, I think. Oh, five volumes, and then the sixth one is coming out at some point. Okay, so it hasn't
Oh, I only
been.
got to read until the second
There's not a lot
just
of volumes out yet. Did you watch
volume.
the adaptation
No, no, I
editions?
haven't yet. I haven't.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you thought it was like a good adaptation or not. Digital current reading and read. I just tracked it on Storygraph that I finished reading it. Same author, haven't read it either. Was it A Girls by Emma Klein? And if there's a difference from webtoon and graphic novel, what will definitely read Heartstopper again? I think with webtoon, usually it's like one long scrolling. Well, actually, I'm not sure anymore. What I know about webtoons when I used to read them before was it's like a
I think
one
it's just
scroll long.
very the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I
More of like
think
just where you're reading it. So
yeah, like the
webtoons you wouldn't be
platform.
able to read physically, but graphic you
Yeah,
could read both. Yeah.
yeah, you could buy the actual physical volume. And on chapter two, so far, I'm
Webtoons
not
are
sure how I feel
usually in
about.
like websites or apps also, so the
Yeah,
format.
the thing that I know about webtoons is that sometimes it's like audio, audio
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you're
yeah.
like
It's
when
creepy.
you're reading
It's
it,
creepy,
like
especially if like
if it's
you're
like a
reading a
horror
horror.
thriller,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and
I
then like
experienced that
soft
before, and I'm
music
like,
comes in.
goodbye.
I can't.
It's so
Um,
creepy. It's so creepy. I to never put the volume up whenever I read
and
a
there's like
horror
jump scare. Imagine if there's like a jump
webtoon.
scare, and you're like, I would throw
Yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm at page 118, but this is 800 pages. Oh my gosh, good
Oh,
luck. I feel like Donna Tartt is just not capable of writing short books. All her books are so long. Um, I don't get on with manga, but Heartstopper just yes, it's pretty much like a picture book. It's
mm.
like even kids can read it in terms of like the format. Obviously, the like
Yeah, yeah,
content
yeah. The topic,
is
right?
not yeah. So but then with manga sometimes it can be difficult because of the paneling and then the different way of reading. But this one it's super easy to read, so don't be intimidated. It sounds like a nice and quick read.
Yes,
It
it
is. I mean, I
is.
finished one volume in 25 minutes. So five currently out. Yep, six
Mm.
next week. Oh, only 6 volumes.
I feel like
There.
definitely like Alice would continue writing, but like in a different time in their lives, maybe.
Oh, okay. Like same
Probably,
world, same
probably.
universe, same characters,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
different. Yeah. Watch the series and it's amazing. I might watch
Mm,
it after I read all of the available volumes. I've been trying to watch a lot more this year because last year I feel like I barely watched any new movies, new TV shows. Like I was so out of the loop with everything. But this year I'm like I even created like a list on my phone of all the
mm.
like popular like all of the popular TV shows and stuff that I like the people that talk about so I can like watch them and I don't know, I just
Mm.
want to be updated um for some reason this year. So I'm
That
gonna
reminds me, I'll have to check
get up to date.
Libby,
Heartstopper.
like which volumes are out. Ooh, hold on.
Heartstopper. Okay. It's slightly different and a few details but still adorable. That's good to know. No difference between webtoon and graphic novel. Yeah. Imagine my listener them soon. Yes, perfect for in between reads, maybe even like on a commute. Like if you have like a 30-minute bus ride or train, it would be so easy
Yeah,
to
it's
like
very, very
read.
fast.
They're so good to chill out with. Yes, Alice O books are just amazing. I have not really read or heard of any of her other books. I'm just not that
I read
updated with her
Radio
books.
Silence, also by Alice
Ah,
Oseman.
that's
It's
also
really
her.
good.
Yeah,
Really,
I've
really good.
heard about that also.
It's really good, especially on
Loveless.
audiobook.
Is it all graphic novel or is that
No,
like
as in full length
novel?
novel, Radio Silence.
Contemporary YA. Okay, let me add to read.
Ooh,
Loveless is
wait,
brilliant. Loveless is also a book. Yes, it's also a book. Oh, she writes mostly YA, or I guess all of it YA. Why?
because
Ooh.
I'm trying to check why the cover for Radio Silence is different
From the
in
one.
Libby. Because like the cover of Radio Silence that I read before is just a face of a woman, but in this,
Maybe there's like a
yeah,
reprint.
maybe they
Yeah, that's what I
re-released
thought.
or
Yeah.
something.
They probably re-released it.
It's on Libby. It's on Libby. It's really good, but especially more so on
No,
audiobook.
don't add to my TBR. I in April I have the big readathon the month long readathon that I'm always participating in, the magical readathon one.
Mm.
So I need to be strict with the TBR ish. That's what I always say. But that never happens anyway. They got redone by publishing
Ah,
after because it is like the cover is done in the same
that's why
art
they're all
style.
the same. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm not sure how I feel
They all
about
look
that.
the same.
Do you like it when an author republishes their book with like matching covers? Because it's like a trend, right? When an author gets popular, they re-release the book and then it's all like matching. Like for Haruki
Mm.
Murakami, for Mieko Kawakami, like they have very, very similar covers. And then also for I forget that like this one, Heartstopper and Alice Oseman books. Do you like
Mm.
it matching or do you prefer it to be like the original ones or for them to all match?
I think, huh? I think it depends on my mood, but
Mm,
currently, mostly for practical reasons, I like them matching, so it's easy for
mm.
me to associate. Ah, okay, this is from this
It's a
author.
this kind of book,
Okay,
yeah.
this is from this series, whatever. So it's easier for me to remember
Mm,
remember that it's from the same author.
yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I think for me, I tend to not like it matching, but that's probably just my preference because I prefer
Mm.
for my shelves to look like they're like mismatched,
Uh,
like very lived in, but then I purposely like this. Like I
mm,
even don't like it when
yeah.
I have series beside each other because it looks too uniform. But then it makes it hard to find if I don't have them beside each other. So that is my problem. Also, around spreading Discord we're at live minutes and you're now one of the regulars. I will check. Oh, that's so nice.
Oh,
That's like a very useful Discord. L- like maybe you could like send an invite link in the chat so that other people could also join if they want to find sprinters.
Actually, can
That
we?
would be very
I wonder if
useful.
we can click on the link
Yeah,
on the
I think
comment
I'm gonna
section.
have to like go into the actual YouTube comments instead of in StreamYard. I have the original novels and physical books and treasure them now. That's fair. Like if you sometimes whenever I they re-release it and then you prefer the older covers, it gets so hard to find the older covers. I think that's what happened with me with 1Q84. They I really like the cover where they're all bound together, like the three parts of the book, so it's very thick. And then like the face with the big typography. But then they re-released it with individually like it's split into three parts and I didn't like that. So I had to like really hunt for the other edition. And I'm glad that I found it in a half price bookstore. Just really lucky. That was the only copy as well. I love it when it's matching, but honestly, it doesn't really matter to me. To be fair, yeah, it's the content that really matters at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Yes, I
because like
love China.
imagine if our beloved Jade City got like a new cover and it kind of matches
Want a new
new
cover.
books by
I I'm not a big fan of the current covers of that series, but I love that series so much. I kind of I don't know. I hope she releases a new editions that are now I want to read Green Boat Saga. I get through so many books and I wish I could have them matching, but I buy used to so I can keep. Yes, that's always a dilemma. I'm the type
same.
who I like I mentioned earlier, I don't really like them matching, but I am very specific about which editions I like. Like I can't like when I, for example, when I've decided to buy a book and then when I've already read a book digitally and then I decide to buy it, so I know that I love the book, I am gonna look for all of the available editions of that book and figure out
Mm,
which ones I like best, and then I won't buy that book until unless it's that edition. Like that's like sometimes really hard because what if it's out of print then it's crazy expensive for like resellers and stuff, but sometimes you find it in thrift stores. I'm lucky if I prefer the most recent cover because then I can just buy it in the store. But that's me. Maybe it's just probably because I'm a designer by trade, so I kind
uh,
of really like focus on those things. But yeah, I can get very anal about that.
I think I'm more of like with K on this one because like I don't really care which edition. Like not
Mm.
100% do not
Yeah,
care,
but it's not the
especially if it
biggest.
is a series that
Yeah,
I love. So for example, if it's the Hunger Games, I'm okay with like the original edition, but I
I
wouldn't
love the original
want to buy
edition to
the
the Hunger
edition
Games.
with the super bright colors. But
Yeah.
if it's
I think that's okay.
me casually buying other books in the series, as long as it's cheaper, especially if it's like a mass paperback, I do not care as long as it's cheaper. So I'd buy
Yeah.
it either way.
Yeah, I have very much like a not necessarily collector in a sense that I don't collect multiple copies of the same book, but I am a collector in the sense that I curate which books I get in terms of what they look like and stuff. So maybe that's why. Reading book 43 of the year. Oh my gosh. 43. I'm at what am I? I think I'm at like 15 or 16. 17. I'm at 17. I had a
Girls,
slow
don't even ask
January.
mine. I would not share mine.
I
Well, to
feel
be
like I
fair, I
did.
used to read a lot per month,
Yeah.
like averaging like 10 per month.
Mm.
But adulting,
Yeah. It's
bro,
your year of rest
it's
and
tough.
relaxation. That was the goal at least. I
I think I just finished like book number 6 or 7. I think
Mhm.
book 6 last week.
Wait. To finish Six of Crows, what are your thoughts? We haven't really talked about it yet.
It's really
I'm just
good. It's
not.
really good. Like I love it. I already messaged you like when I
Yeah,
finished
yeah.
it that I need Crooked Kingdom,
Yes, I
but I keep
will
forgetting
ship
to
it
get the
to
copy from
you.
you.
I will remind you next week. Book 41. I think I made a mistake that I put my storygraph goal for it used to be 70 books because I read 69 the year before, so I just added one book. And
Mm.
then last year I read 100 books. So I set it this year to 100 books. And now I always have this alert that says 4 books until you're back on
Ahead
track.
of
And I get
schedule. Yeah, yeah,
I'm so behind schedule, but I'm just trying to ignore it. But I also like it there because I'm competitive. So I don't know. I'm just torn. Just make sure.
yeah.
Oh, thank you
Aw,
so
thank
much.
you.
We have been pretty active on BookTube, especially you doing your comeback in the past month. So
Yeah, I've been
that's
editing.
I saw you were editing. Is that's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So actually,
upcoming
that's a
book?
good idea that you sub to me and to Pam, the other Pam, because next week will be the sprints would be in my channel.
So
So a
for
new set
everyone
of
here
videos.
who's new, and I think a lot of you are new here, we do alternate weeks if we're consistent. So this week it's on my channel. Next week it's gonna be on Pam Shenanigans channel, and then we just alternate. So the best way to find out is follow us on Instagram. That's where we announce it. But if you're following us on, if you're subscribed on YouTube, you'll see it anyway when we do the sprints. Usually buy my books at the physical bookshops. I just buy whatever edition I find. I wish I could be that simple. I'm just
Usually it's just cheap that way. So actually, speaking of, so I got like a cheap a cheap uh,
per.
edition, not edition, but like I got it for cheap, like Star Sight, Brandon
Mm,
Sanderson, and it's
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
hard copy, and it's just like
Mm.
200, like 250 pesos, or not even 300 pesos. So for context, that's like around
Is
$3 to $4,
that like the
and it's
third or
hardbound.
fourth,
I think it's the second one. It's the second
second?
one, the
Okay,
sequel to
of side.
Skyward.
Yeah, yeah, Skyward. Yeah.
And I
Have
didn't
you
care
read
that it was
Skyward?
hardbound. I haven't. And my copy of Skyward is paperback. So I was like, you know what? I do
Oh
not
my god,
care. This
I
is
would
a
die.
steal.
I I
It's a
would
steal.
I
So they're not even. They
Actually,
don't look
I'm
even
weird.
in the.
Like it's so weird because I just mentioned I don't like it matching, but I like the series to match, but I don't want them beside each other on the shelf because they match too much. I'm just high maintenance, guys. I'm sorry. I read a lot. Fair, fair, yeah. Um, do you read a lot of audiobooks as well? Because I find that that's something that I'm still trying to get into the habit of having an audiobook read all the time so that I can listen to something while I'm doing other things. Because that's I mean I can't. If I could, I would read like all day, just like sit down and read all day, but I can't. So usually audiobooks like pretty useful for that, but I'm still getting used to it. I'm about 42, pretty close. You guys are like really big readers. 400 pages a day. Damn, I can barely hit 100 a day. I'm I have spikes. Like I would do 500 and then I won't read for like 2 days
Zero.
and then 300 and then like 10 or 20. Like I have binge reading moments. Thank you so much. We are trying our best to stay active and consistent on BookTube. It is hard because we both have day jobs.
Full time jobs, yeah.
To post on Discord, drop the link. Okay, I don't think it will
Oh,
show because of Discord, like YouTube's link policy, but I will try to find it later and then share it as well so that people who want to join can join. Um, I wish I could troll through bookstores, but I am disabled, so online easier for me. Oh,
oh,
that makes sense. They really need to make bookstores a lot more accessible, especially
yeah.
some bookstores that I've been to have very narrow hallways. It's
Entrances.
always
Yeah,
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 like
yeah.
the shelves. I get that they're trying to cram as many books as possible, but you have to still be physically able to go through the hallways, and sometimes it's just not accessible, which sucks. But I'm glad that you're still able to do online, and there's lots of like online shopping resources. So hopefully that scratches the itch. I am too housebound. I don't go out, just read. Oh, that makes sense. Like at least you have like books to accompany you. But That's the beauty of books. You can go anywhere with books. You can listen audiobooks for me and focus. I need words. I'm the same with you actually. I used to not be able to focus at all with audiobooks. Like before, if I was listening to audiobooks, I can't do anything else. Like I'm literally only listening to audiobook, which again kind of defeats the purpose of listening to an audiobook because I can't do it with everything else. But now I've gotten a little bit better. I can listen to it even at like a slightly faster speed. Yeah, sorry to hear that, but hopefully, books give you the exploration that you definitely deserve. Read for living for reader. And then, do you get sick of reading because you do it for work? Because I used to do social media for work, and I
Mm,
got so sick of social media. And now I do design for work, and I kind of don't do design much outside of work just because I do it a lot for work.
mm.
Is that the same for you? That's my excuse. Luckily, yes, definitely online. The internet made a lot of things possible. That's one good thing. One pro about the internet. There's lots of cons, but definitely there's lots of pros as well. There's books are in an hour by bus, which is too uncomfortable for me. But luckily, Amazon delivers. I'm happy that Amazon delivers now, but it's kind of dangerous for my wallet. You know that Amazon delivers to us right now, right? Like if you meet
Yeah.
like a minimum of like
A
$49,
30, I
it's
think.
like
30 or 50. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
$49. If you hit that, it's free shipping and it only takes less than a
Shipping.
week sometimes, like a week maybe tops. And it's so dangerous. I have pre-ordered a couple of books because of that, and I need to be stopped. Perfect therapy, escape, and just live in anyone's world. Yes, exactly. If I guess like a quick question, difficult question for everyone. If you can live inside the world of one book, which book would it be? Like which world would it be? Like you have to live there. So
Definitely not the Hunger Games. Um,
I was thinking like I would love fantasy, but then I would have to fight for my life. So I don't know if I want that
yeah,
actually.
like you'll need to have skills.
Like, do I have
I
the
need
skills to
to.
survive this fantasy world that I love? I don't know.
Okay, so in that vein of your question, I think you need to
Yeah.
be specific on the genre. Like, does it have to be a fantasy world or
Well, I guess maybe that's the more interesting question. If you get to live in one book fantasy world, which would it be? I'm
hmm,
gonna go through comments while we think about our answers. Agreed. Yep. It
so
depends.
fantasy
Reading is how you
world.
decompress most of the time. Fair. If the books are good, yeah. Imagine that if you're an editor or a proofreader, you get all that stuff. Because if you're editor, you're reading the first draft, like you're reading a draft
Yeah,
of a book. So it's gonna have all of those typos,
errors.
things.
Yeah,
Obviously, edit them as an editor, so it must be rough reading those. Because sometimes whenever I read a book and then there's a repeating line. I just recently read a book which had a whole paragraph repeating. I get like super taken out of it. So I can't imagine if that's like throughout the book. Yes, it is brilliant that we are all across the world, different places, and we're all reading together. The magic of the internet. 15 minutes by train plus 15 minutes walk plus. Oh, that's nice. I would love to walk to a bookshop, but then the pollution in this country, it's not the vibe. We also don't have a lot of
libraries.
independent bookstores and public libraries that are, I guess, well stocked, if you will. I recently tried to check out what's in the public library in my city, and it's mostly just educational reference books, mostly for
Yeah, like
research,
academics.
yeah,
Yeah.
academic stuff. So there's not a lot of like fiction, not even like non-fiction self-help kind of book, but it's really just for the academe. So it's not really the vibe. I get same delivered out. It is dangerous. When I was in the States, I would get an Amazon package every single day, and it was so dangerous. Sounds gorgeous. Yeah, that having like if there's anything that the Roman Catholics did well, it's architecture and beautiful like buildings and stuff. Same. Harry Potter, I want to go to Hogwarts. Oh, that's a fair answer actually. It'd be interesting to be in that world. I used to be obsessed about this world.
But like if you're a muggle,
I guess if you're a muggle, it sucks. But then, I guess I'm pretty sure she wants to be like a wizard or something.
yeah, yeah.
Sleeping Beauty, the worst thing that happens is everyone naps her away. That's a good point. Like forced rest and relaxation. Maybe I don't know for you, Pam, since you wanna have a year of
In
rest and
this
relaxation.
world, I was thinking actually if maybe I don't know Jujutsu Kaisen because like you have the choice
But
whether
there's like
you're
monsters and
gonna be
stuff,
a
right?
sorcerer. But
Like demons and stuff.
if you're a non sorcerer, you won't be able to see these things.
Oh, so you're just living in there and just.
I just want to see the handsome sorcerers there, the human.
This answer reminds me of, have you read the series of books where it's, I forget the name of the series, but it's kind of like what if? What if the Sleeping
Ah,
Beauty
as in like
never
the
woke up?
DC,
What
as in like
if there's like a book series that's like I'm gonna try and find it. I put it in my TBR recently. It's
it's
basically like
this
what
isn't
if
the
of Disney. It's like all
ah
Disney books
this
and
isn't the
then
Marvel one because like there's a
no
whole
no.
TV
Yeah,
series about it. Like what
what
if
if?
like Hulk wasn't like this or
I forgot.
whatever.
It's kind of like that, but it's Disney. So what if Snow White never made? What if Cinderella never
Slipped off
like
the
stepped on
shoes. Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
shoe? Or what if Snow White never bit the apple? Something like that. It's like a series of books, and I've been
Um,
intrigued by it. I'm
wait,
not sure if any of you have read it before.
is this
I don't know.
different from the Disney series, like the spin-offs of the
I'm
fairy
gonna try. Wait,
tales?
let me check my to read pile because I put it there recently, so it should be fairly quick scroll. Earliest added. Oh no, no, latest added. I think it's because I saw it in Fully Book, which is a bookstore chain bookstore for us. But I wanted to read it, but it's a hardback, and I don't want to pay that much
But I
for it.
feel like we're talking about the same things. Like
Are
the one
we?
where the covers are like very minimalist. Is it that one?
Oh my gosh, hold on. What if Disney books? Twisted Tales is it? Yeah, Twisted Tales is what it's called, and then there's like 12 books or something. So it's a Twisted Tales series. Twisted Tales.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're talking about the same. We're talking
Okay,
about the
okay,
same series. Yeah, yeah. This has been
okay.
going on for like years. As in, like I feel like when I was still back in college, this
Ah,
series
you were.
started
Have you read
with
any
like
of it?
no, but I've been meaning to like read the Beauty and the Beast and like
Yeah,
the
I've
wicked.
been super
What do you call
curious
this?
about it,
The evil
especially because
witch.
there's a lot of like retellings of fairy tales coming out, and then I saw this and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Like, what if
I
the
feel like I
beast?
was interested before because like I was
But
so
now
into Once Upon a
this.
Time, as in the
Okay, okay,
series,
yeah, yeah.
and this was like being released at the same time the
At
series
the
was
same
also
time, yeah.
out.
I don't really read fantasy much, but I'll probably pick the world of Seven Moons of Mali. So I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Mali Almeida. Maybe not Sri Lanka, and then it's a world where you have a week to say goodbye after. Oh, that's an interesting concept. Like having a goodbye period, like a trial period for death. You have like a week to settle your affairs. But then that would suck if you like that
Yeah,
period.
like I feel like
You
that would
gotta
just make me more
like
sad.
it's gonna make it harder for people to grieve as well. He said, "Oh, you're still here, but only for a week." Oh no, I'd be a bad witch. Oh, have you read it, Kay? And do you like it? Those Disney books sound
Twisted
amazing.
Tales.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, Twisted Tales.
yes. Everyone has heard of it. That's good. I have so this love apparently, but apparently, so you haven't read it. You just know that you have it.
Yeah. I think it's also like a quick read.
I
Like,
think it's YA for sure. Yes, it is
hmm,
YA. So it's probably like a scary fairy tale kind of book. I need to read those. I've been so curious about it. So I'll
but
probably try
there,
it.
what the curious thing there is like they're written by different authors. They're all in the same
Oh, I
series.
actually did not
Like,
see that.
yeah,
Oh,
they're written by
they
different
are.
authors.
Yeah, just under one concept, I guess. Tale as old as time. I would probably read the Aladdin one, the Beauty and the Beast one. What
Yeah,
else?
same.
So This Is Love is wait. So This Is Love was written by Elizabeth Lim. Didn't she write the fantasy? Drag
Yeah, 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 the one
Six
with the
Crimson
thread.
yeah, Six Crimson Cranes.
Spin the dawn.
Yes. She also wrote that. Yeah, Spin the Dawn. Yeah, and Six Crimson Cranes. So that's interesting that they have different writers for it. There are
Mm.
17.
Oh my
What
god,
if video
Egyptian
idea
spirits.
reading the
Same.
entire Twisted Tales? 17 books.
Girl, you're gonna have to find a different friend. We've already talked about this. Like, four is already too much.
Hunger Games is already too much. I read mostly horrors and thrillers, so it sounds perfect. It's kind of like dark fairy tale, so might be right up your
Yes.
alley.
And I
Like
read mostly
I
thrillers as well, so
yes, like today is an exception. Usually Pam reads thriller.
yes.
Today is a very big exception. I usually read like fantasy or
A
romance
romance.
during our sprints. Mostly horror. What is your like current most recent favorite horror? I'm not gonna ask you her favorite. I'm not that sadist, but what's like a recent read, horror read that's your favorite? I adore Disney. I have a love and hate relationship with Disney, but mostly like I can't help but like it. Okay. I think we can go to the next sprint. I'm gonna just start setting up.
Mm.
I'm gonna be part of a Disney readathon. There's a Disney readathon?
Ooh. So will you be reading the Twisted
Disney
Tales?
readathon. Okay, Disney readathon. I'm gonna search it on YouTube. I am a sucker for readathons. I just love joining them. Um, so that
I
would be very interesting for me to see. I like the pressure of reading books.
I honestly, and I don't. Because
When
like I'm
was the
such a
last
movie
readathon that you joined?
reader.
I think it's been a while.
I think the last readathon would be our Hunger Games readathon. Like,
Ah, okay, that was the last one.
yeah, their
But then
year
that's
long
more of like a
ones I
read
try to
along then.
commit. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mm.
the year long ones. I try to
I
join the Asian readathon every
hmm,
April. Is it April or May? Yeah.
April or May, one of the two. Yeah, I maybe we'll see
Ooh,
on my booktube
endless
channel. Okay,
unread.
I
Okay,
will
okay.
check that out. The endless unread.
Um,
I'm gonna check it out during the sprint. I've loved Genreathon again, but I'm not social media anymore, so it's hard to find. Oh, there's actually a few. I don't know if you consider like Discord social media, but there are readathons that happen solely within like Discord channels. So if you're into that, like it's not Instagram or BookTube. So if you're into that, that would be an option for you. So just try and search for bookish Discord, or maybe if you're part of Discord channels, maybe ask around because I do see that some people are asking around who wants to join this readathon on Discord. So maybe that's an option for you. Or you could also even um there's a Discord that has all of the, I guess, popular readathons and the schedules and stuff, you can just take the prompts and just do it on your own if you want to. We don't have to like watch on BookTube and stuff. I am rubbish at readathons. Only when I do the yeah, I know the readathon. That's also a lot of fun. It's quite difficult though. There's a lot of prompts. It it requires a lot of books. Is Discord? Yes, I'm sure there's a readathon on Discord. So hopefully you find it. The Disney one for this year has been out. Okay, August. I am taking note. August Disney. You know what? I bought a planner just for bookish stuff. There's so much to keep track of, like August Readathon Disney, like book releases, people's live shows and stuff like that. Everyone has so many schedules, so I got a different small planner for booktube stuff.
Oh,
I
bye,
want
Juju.
to
Maybe next week, Juju.
next week on Pam Shanika's channel. Have a great night. Yes, see you soon on Pam's channel. We're doing this for book club. I love planning, so it makes perfect sense for me. Okay, I'm gonna start sprint number
Yes.
2, so we can do a lot more reading. I will set the ASMR and then happy reading, everyone. Hello, hello.
Hi again.
How was the sprint?
It was good. It was good. I got to like page 33. So I think better than sprint number one, I think. But it's still the same wavelength of like writing. Like it's still just coasting around, like
Is it a little bit
in more.
hard to get into?
No. Not really. It's more of like it's a book that you don't expect anything happening anytime
Yeah, like
soon.
it's not super
It's just
plot
coasting around, yeah, just like,
set to
this is what
deceive.
I've been doing, this is what happened to me, this is why I'm choosing to have this year of rest and
Yeah,
relaxation. I hate people, I hate talking to people, that kind of
yeah,
story.
that vibe.
Yeah. How about you?
I spent the first half eating turon, which you can see. So for non-Filipinos, turon is, I guess, a banana wrapped in, is that rice paper? I think
I
it's
think it's
like
a
rice.
banana fritter. I think
Yeah.
fritter.
Well, that's kind of, isn't that like maruya? I don't know, but it's like a banana wrapped in like same. It's kind of like a spring roll,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's
yeah. Fried.
inside, so it's deep
And it's
fried and
fried.
it's
Yeah.
with like brown sugar and stuff, and it's very yummy. So I'm eating that. And I made it to page 247 of Heartstopper
Mm.
Volume 2. I'm almost done with it. It's chapter 3, which is the last chapter, in the middle of chapter 3. And so far it's just cute. It's very cute, super easy to read. Like same vein as the first one. I feel like I'm gonna
Mm.
like go through all of the volumes, but I'm gonna switch my next read after this one. How did everyone else do for the sprint? Decided to DNF Impossible Creatures. I'm just not vibing with it. Think it's maybe the writing style. Yep, definitely DNF books if you're not vibing with them. I've gotten a little bit better at DNFing, or mostly soft DNFing, not like actually DNFing. But I've been mood reading a lot as well. Page 140, this book is just so cute. It's sad as it's like a hug. This is Goldfinch, right? I have never
Yes.
heard cute as a description for Goldfinch. That's interesting. Sadness is like, but I guess it's the kind of book that like talks about a specific topic really well, that you feel kind of understood by it. Because I think I've read a couple of books as well that it's very sad, but then because you can kind of relate to how sad it is, it feels like it just understands you. I've had it before. It's so good. I'm glad that you've had it before. It is so good. It's a very good filling snack.
Yeah.
Uh, I
One of
just
my favorite ever. So,
Well, it is a short. It is a graphic novel. That's why I'm zooming through it. But it's a good way to up my reading goal. I read 50 pages of guests so far, mostly just vibes. But it seems that the inciting incident is about to happen. It is a thriller, right? I have not read anything from Emma Klein. I don't know how she writes her thrillers, but I
yeah, I
did
haven't.
good reviews with the girls or girls. Next year I'm gonna film next month's TBR game. What's TBR game? I haven't fully checked your
I was
um.
actually thinking if like I should just finish editing my
Mm,
my haul on like the last sprint.
yeah, I think that's a good decision. Are you almost done editing? Like, will you finish it within the sprint?
So there are two versions. So now that
Two
I'm
versions.
choosing to also be active on TikTok
On
ish,
TikTok. Yeah.
I was like, I have a vertical version and I have like a horizontal version because I don't have like a good space where I would just be
Mm.
zoomed out and I could like zoom
Yeah. And then
in
you can cut.
vertically.
You can do like full
Yeah.
frame and then cut it. Yeah.
So the horizontal version, I am almost done.
and then you're gonna re-edit it for the vertical version.
Yeah, the TikTok version, the real version.
I recently tried. Well, I did. I mentioned earlier that I posted the reel for Penguin Random House Southeast Asia, and I filmed that reel, and it was so tiring trying to film a reel. Like I'm so used to
Because
long form, where I can just like sit,
sit
chat, let it
down.
go, cut it later. Obviously, you can still do that with short form content and just edit out later, but then it kind of feels weird. Like I feel like I need to know my shots already, and then I
Yeah,
need to know how.
yeah,
Like it has to be a lot more planned. I even had my friend help me with filming that because I had like a specific vision.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
it's a struggle. Like it seems easy, but it for me it takes a lot. Life is so exciting and far too many books to read. True, I dump boyfriends I don't get along with, and I find the same to my book.
I
Words to
mean,
live
that's a
by.
good,
That's a good
it's a
guideline.
good way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good way to live by.
Yeah, I I don't know why I I very rarely DNF books, probably because just my personality of being like a completionist. But I there are books that I have stopped reading for like a year or like a year and a half. At that point, I practically DNF'd it, but then I do pick them back up later on. Lunathon, it's a board game I've stuck prompts on. Oh, interesting. I've seen a lot of like Snakes and Ladders, TBR game, Monopoly,
Mm,
TBR game. Very interesting. I love everyone's creativity with these TBR games. I put aside a pound every time I read a book and then reach home and then I go book. I love that idea, but I did something similar for the first half. First half, I think I kept it up for the first half of last year where for every page I read is equivalent to like 1 peso. Um so that's uh I don't know how to illustrate that 1 peso is not a lot of money. You can't buy anything with 1 peso. So it's like so if I read a 500 page book, I can get like 500 pesos to use for book shopping, and I guess it's a good thing where I have to read a lot if I want to buy a lot of books. I kind of kept that up for the first 6 months, and then I went to a bookstore once and I just lost it. I just lost it. That was fun. Mini challenge, I guess. I've got better at buying books and knowing if I'm not likely to like a book, so don't buy it. So within a flow, that's a good thing that you got better at choosing your books. I think I'm at the stage of my reading journey because I only recently started reading again that I'm super like curious. Like I'm casting a wide net. I want to read anything and everything. Like I'm
mm.
super curious about a lot, so I don't like really choose my books that thoroughly. I just like if it seems interesting, I go for it. I
Yeah,
don't
if
really
it vibe with you, yeah,
I don't really know yet. Like I don't have a good radar yet of what's a good book for me and what isn't. And sometimes it's also nice to read a bad book. Like I don't know, it's kind of refreshing sometimes to read a bad book. But yeah, I get that it sucks because you can't read all the books in the world. I only really did have books I borrowed from the library. Yes. Yep. That is the best thing about having access to a library. I stopped reading before because books were expensive, and then
yeah.
at the time I didn't know much about like Goodreads or like people who review books. I didn't know that there was such a thing on the internet, so I don't know like, and I don't know a lot of people who read within my circle of friends. So I'm like going blind with every single book, and then if it's expensive, it's like it's not sustainable. But at least with libraries, you can just borrow and then return it if you don't
Yeah,
like
and
it.
give it back, yeah.
I have used the library, so I think most of my reading is definitely from the library. That's I cannot live with the library without the library anymore. Physical books are a lot more safe bet for me. Yeah, it makes sense. Like if you're spending your money, then you want it to be with a book that you think you're gonna
Yeah.
love, or you've heard lots of good things about them.
Or
But I
already
do,
part of your TBR.
yeah, I do have an urge whenever I do for my birthday. I usually try to buy like I have a budget to buy a set number of
Mm.
books. And I try to buy one solely based on the cover, just because I like the feel
Uh,
browsing and whatever. And so far, the book that I bought last year for that was Idol Burning by Rin Asami. And it was an interesting book, but it's not a favorite of mine. So that didn't go too well for me. The cover is really pretty.
yeah, it is.
For last year, my cover buy was The Glutton by A.K. Blakewell. I haven't read it yet, but it sounds interesting. Um, but I don't know. Hopefully, it's good. But that I let myself do a cover by once a year. I have okay. I don't know what to read next. I'm gonna finish Heartstopper, and then where's the other
But
book?
are you almost done with it? Like
Yeah, I
you're
think
surely gonna.
I'm gonna finish it in the first 5 minutes of the next sprint.
But I thought you
So
were gonna like you're set on like the next book that you're gonna read.
I think I'm gonna go with Harmony Heights just because it's shorter than Us Against You.
Mm.
Like this entire book is the same number of pages that I still have to read for Us Against You. Because that's like I think that's
And that's
almost a
already
month.
the whole book.
And this is the whole book already. So I think I'm gonna go with this one to finish more books this weekend. Um, gonna hop on to reading sprint number 3. I hope everyone is still enjoying their reads. If you DNF, let us know which one you're gonna read next if you're still reading. And then we'll chat again after the next sprint. Happy reading. Hi, hi, hi. How was the sprint?
Uh, it was good. It was good. I feel like it was shorter than I expected.
It went by fast.
Yeah, yeah, this went by
I,
so fast.
yeah, I kind of agree. I felt like I just thought I finished reading Start Hopper, Heartstopper within the first like 5 minutes, and then suddenly I didn't even get to read 10 pages, and the timer's done. How was everyone's sprint? Let me see. Us Against You is so good. Yes, it is good. Bear Town really put me through it. Like I went through so many stages of like grief and anger and whatever reading Bear Town, and Us Against You is no different. It does take a lot out of you. It's very like emotionally charged. Maybe that's why I've been like hesitant to continue it because it makes me feel a lot of things. 25 minutes left of audio for Still Beating by Jennifer Hartman and fill my roles for April's TBR game. Ooh, very productive. Um, Still Beating. I feel like I've heard of this book. Still Beating. Jennifer Hartman. It's a contemporary romance. Why does it? It looks like a dark. Oh, it is a dark romance. That's why I've heard of it. Just eating lunch. What are you having for lunch? I'm not sure if you saw earlier, but I was eating the turon. I don't know how to talk about it in English. It's banana snap. It's a banana type of snack. I haven't had dinner yet. I don't know if I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm kind of full from all of the turon that I ate. It's extremely dark.
Extremely dark. Okay, let
Like
me search for that.
hunting. Is it hunting Adeline dark or darker than that?
Still
Because that's kind of
beating.
like my. I think hunting Adeline is the
Oh, that's a lot
darkest.
of ratings.
It's rated pretty high, like 4 stars on Storygraph. Things are happening, and I guess Mean Girl is just conning her way through life while losing in touch with reality. It's fun. This kind of reminds me of the socialite who, like the fake socialite who conned her way through New York.
Um,
Anna something. Like
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah. I know a series or
documentary,
like a movie about it. Yeah.
Inventing Anna. I think it's what it's called. But I think I watched like a YouTube video about her, like those YouTube videos that go through like crimes and stuff, and it just reminds me of that. Darker than that. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take note of that and I'm gonna add it to my to read.
Damn, it's like there's an abduction.
I should probably make lunch as well and put on rice for dinner. Yes, put on rice for dinner. It always annoys me when I want to eat and then I remember that I forgot to cook the rice. Like I have the
The
I
rice
have the
cooker.
main meal and I have the viand, but then I'm about to eat and then I forget the rice and I'm like, oh no, I have to wait 30 plus minutes for the rice to cook. It's dark as hell, but so good. I will check that out. Is it on Kindle Unlimited? Because usually dark romances are on Kindle Unlimited. Still reading. Kindle. Still reading. Ooh, it is Jennifer Hartman, right? Yep, it is. Okay, noted. It reminds me of her in a way. That show was so fun as well. I haven't watched the show. I just know about the story, but it sounds so like the audacity to just fake your way through life.
But
How?
it's like, I mean, I guess it's a privilege that she's also like
Like she's
white and then like
yeah, she's white, so she's afforded a lot of privilege. Imagine someone Asian doing that. That would never fly. She would have been caught immediately.
Or like the way that they would be branded as would be different. Like
Yeah,
the Asian or someone else would be branded as a scammer,
yeah.
whatever. But like if it's Anna, she's like,
They
oh,
just took
she's
it
a
at face
hustler.
value.
Yeah.
It's on K. Yeah, it is on KU. Everything. If it's dark romance, it's almost always on KU.
Almost always. Yeah.
Almost always. Yeah. I've been lending, like my friends. I think I mentioned this last time. My friends have been testing out romance books, so I gave them hockey romance, and then eventually, like, we were chatting. I talked to them about like there's so many different types of romance books. There's even like dark romance. And they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Are you sure you want to know? Are you sure you want to go down this path?" So I haven't. They said that they're not ready for it yet because I gave them a choice, like how spicy they want it to be. Does it have like
Yeah.
level one or like monster romance spicy?
That is scary, and I don't think I'd go that route anytime soon.
I feel like I'm just. I just want to read. Like I'm so curious that it's. I'm probably gonna read it at some point, just because I'm very curious about it.
Probably. Probably.
Probably, yeah.
Probably same.
So for the last print, are you gonna be editing or are you gonna be reading? What do you
Probably gonna edit. Probably gonna edit. I feel like I won't feel as accomplished if I didn't
Mm,
finish like editing the video at least. Because
the
like the
horizontal.
thumbnail, I could make it simple, whatever.
Yeah, I think I need to also edit, but I don't think I can edit while hosting the sprints. I think my computer might die, so I'm just gonna read. But I did make the thumbnail already, so I probably maybe I'll share the thumbnail and give myself a deadline for editing the
Yeah,
video.
you do that.
Yeah, I've been doing it. It's been working for me. But this one's a big video, so I don't know if I'm shooting myself in the foot for doing that, but we'll see.
You'll make it
Um,
work.
yeah. So the next sprint is gonna be the last sprint for tonight. I hope everyone had a good time reading their books, and this is the last one where you can really push for close to finishing your book, or if you want to eat lunch and stuff, that's fine too. I think I'm only on page 38, so I'm definitely not finishing my
Mm,
book, but I did finish Heartstopper Volume 1 and 2, so there's that.
mm. I feel like after editing a video, I'd go back
You might
to
read?
reading this.
Oh,
Yeah, in
really?
bed. Yeah, like it's depressing, but like
Mm.
it just works. Like it's not something that you have high expectations from,
Yeah.
but
It's just vibes
you
for now.
yeah, like you just also coast around it. Like, okay, it's
Yeah.
just vibes. Depressing though, but still vibes.
I am gonna look forward to your review of that book. For now, I'm gonna start the final sprint. 25 minutes. Happy reading, eating, whatever you do. Hello, hello. How's the final spin?
Hi.
Re-editing.
Nasa thumbnail na ako. I was already in the thumbnail, so I think
So are you gonna upload it
that.
tomorrow? Tonight? Tomorrow?
Hmm?
Are you gonna upload it tomorrow? Anytime soon?
Actually, I'm thinking if Monday is a good day to upload it, even like
Makes sense. Yeah.
maybe middle of the week. I don't know. Like
We'll just have to wait and see.
I
Uh,
could already like schedule it, but I feel like Monday is not the best time.
I think for me, usually try Wednesday and or Saturday, Sunday. That's what I
Yeah, same.
middle of the week and one weekend. I made it to page 61 of the book. So I think I read
Ooh.
in total around 30 pages of the book. So far, so good. It's just like a very introductory of all of the different tenants of the apartment and the different relationships. Like this one's a doctor of this couple and that
Uh,
couple, and their son
but the
goes to the
perspective
school.
is from which person? Is it just from one
It's
person
like
or?
it's kind of like a omniscient narrator thing. So you kind of see what's going on with everyone. And what did I say?
Mm,
Page 60, 62. Yeah. So are you gonna be editing still after
yeah,
our
it's gonna be on my thumbnail. Just finishing it
it?
up so I can upload it already, and it's gonna be out there on Wednesday.
Hopefully
And
to edit.
probably edit the TikTok video. I don't know,
She's in
but
an editing.
it's just gonna be the same. It's just vertical.
Yeah. Other half is home now, so I'm gonna hang with it for a bit. It was lovely to meet you both. I don't think you're
Aw,
here anymore, but thank you for hanging out with us.
thank you.
Hopefully, we see you next week. So, with that said, next week the sprint is gonna be over at Pam Shenanigans channel. I have the link to her YouTube down below, so make sure you go and subscribe. We will let you know on Instagram what the exact day and time is, but it's probably either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. That's the most likely days, but we'll let you know exactly on Instagram. So, thank you for hanging out with us today. It was fun chatting with everyone. That was a very we had very interesting conversations, lots of interesting book recommendations. And I guess we'll see you next week. You have anything else you want to plug, promote? Watch out for your video.
Yeah, watch out for a video or two that I might upload this week. But
Yes.
most likely it's just gonna be one, and it's gonna be on my channel, obviously, and it's linked down below. And we hope to see you on the sprints next week.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thanks,
Bye.
everyone.
Ending the stream.